So we got to run. Remember when they were fouled? Pass ball. And J7 came in. Maybe you did, and it didn't go on that one. Undo and go back and do it. All the way? No, it's. No, because Gabe was the last. Oh, Gabe was the last batter, right? Okay, folks. Hopefully you didn't miss too much. You did get a chance to see Brandon's last pitch on his first batter as he's the new pitcher. He struck out the last batter and he's working on the second batter. 2-0 is the count. He throws a low and outside, so that looks like that's his third ball. Trying to verify with this umpire. It's been a hectic day trying to coincide with what the umpire has. I believe the count is 3-0 with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. We lead the contest 6-4 over the 16U Legacy Sports Gold. And the pitch. So Brandon throws 4 straight balls, I believe, and that'll be the first walk of the inning. So man on first base for the Legacy Sports Squad. One out. Brandon goes back to work as he works from the stretch. Spins around, throws the ball over there. Oh my gosh, we lose the ball outside. Wild throw over there by Brandon. Sage unable to get the ball. He tosses back into Brandon. Now we move the runner along the second base. So we're gonna have to think twice about working that runner because we've made some errors on whether it be the pitcher or the first baseman in making that catch and securing that put out. All right, so now they got a man on second base. What you need? All right, a little break in action. We're back now, and Brandon goes back on the mound. One out here, man on second in scoring position. New batter. Swung on and hit out to left field. Kirk comes up firing, tosses the ball. Brandon cuts it off. So the batter comes up, and they're swinging the bats pretty good right now. They'll get a single to that batter, move the runner over to third base. So now they got runners on the corners here with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. We lead the score 6-4, but we're going to have to play some defense here because the bats have come alive. Brandon's going to have to calm himself down as J7 walks out there with the infield just to make sure they're all on the same page. Okay, so after a meeting on the mound, we hope that's going to change the plight of the direction we're going in right now because we allowed two batters to get on base. So now they got a runner on first and third. We're in the top of the fourth. We lead the count 6-4, but they have the leading run at the home plate. The tying run is sitting on first base. One out here as Brandon goes back to work. He blows one right down the middle. So lately it's been, we meet up and have a meeting of the minds at the mound, and that kind of changes the fortune of our Covington Reds. So we hope that continues as Brandon makes it seem like it is as he throws the first strike. He's ahead in the count, 0-1. Runners on the corners and the pitch. He swings out, double swings around, so they may have thought about some defensive strategy as it was a nice little double turn there by Brandon. He comes back, goes back in the stretch. Runner on first and third. He spins around, brings the ball down. Ooh, low and outside. He doesn't get the call, and the count will go to 1-1. So 1-1 with one out here in the top of the fourth inning. Game getting kind of crucial here as our Covington Reds trying to fight off this pesky 16 Legacy Sports Gold squad. trying to bring Brandon in to close out these innings for us. Swung on and missed by the batter. Now the count is 1-2, so Brandon comes back pretty strong here as he takes back charge of the count, and he's leading on the count 1-2. One out here, top of the fourth inning. Covington Reds been playing good baseball here in this ball game. Very good to see after the display we put in the first game. And the pitch stands up, goes outside. Oh, batter fouls one off into the woods. Looks like that ball will be lost. That'll keep the count at 1-2. So sorry for the brief intermission. We did lose another gadget, but we was able to pump it right back up. Teamwork makes the dream work, and we're able to give you this live coverage. All right, so 1-2 is the count here. We're one out on the top of the fourth. We lead 6-4. Brandon's on the mound trying to make some things happen, trying to get this batter. We got one strike to get. Let's see if Brandon will deliver the pitch. That's high. The runner takes off. Fake throw there by J7. We do have a runner on 7. No need to throw there and cause a catastrophe with a bad throw or a bad non-catch out there at second base. So we decide to hold on to it, and now that'll even up the count here at 2-2. All right, so Brandon trying to find that elusive third strike. We need it right now, Big Brandon. And the pitch. Ooh, high and outside, takes the count full. So we do have a base open, but we would rather not put this batter on. And the reason is because we started off way ahead in this count. We don't want to put them in a position to be able to score any more runs, as the tying runs on second base, the go-ahead run is at the plate. So huge pitch here for Brandon Scott as we're trying to hold this 16U Legacy Sports Gold team at bay. And the pitch. Ooh, outside, and that's going to walk him. So not a whole lot of harm there as long as Brandon comes back and gets his next batter. So the bases are full. Bases are full. One out, top of the fourth inning. The game's getting pretty excited here in the late evening of this ball game. Doing our best to hold off this Legacy Sports Gold team, but they have some fight in them as well as our Reds do. So this is going to be a game all the way down to the last strike. And the pitch. Ooh, inside. Gets away from J7 real quick, but he's able to retrieve it. And Brandon will find himself behind the count 1-0. Everybody's on call. It looks like Tyson's the only one that has that sun that's really affecting his vision. Ball thrown outside. So Brandon getting a little wild with it. He got to regroup and bring himself back together. So now he's behind in the count 2-0. Nowhere to put this young man. So we got to do our best to get him out at the plate. Bases loaded. Once again, I said Tyson's the only one with the sun in his eye, but he does have a pair of shades on. So we're hoping that's going to be all right if that ball's hit out to him in right field. Brandon stares down the strike zone, winds up, and the pitch. Oh, so he throws it inside, hits the batter with a pitch. They walk one in, and the bases remain loaded. All right, so we're entering dangerous territory here as we lead by 1, 6-5. They have bases loaded. We do have one run, so a double play can end all this for us. Brandon comes in there. It looks like he may have been having some push-off issues on the mound. No need to complain now. We just got to make it happen. So Coach Danny steps out there and has a conversation as we bring the entire infield in, try to talk strategy. As it looks like we're going to be making a pitching change. Not sure. I just saw, okay, we're grabbing a glove for him, so they're trying to help him out with the mound. So maybe he's losing his foot on the mound. Let's hope that's all it is and he can get back to his strikeout ways. I want to take this time to thank all the subscribers and the folks that like our broadcast. We have come a long way, and we want to say thank you for tuning into our broadcast and sending the information out to the to other individuals because we've increased our subscriptions fruitful. The more we can get out, the more we can showcase our athletes here on this Covington Reds squad. That's what it's all about, to give them as much exposure as we possibly can. So once again, we tip our hat off to all the fantastic folks who tune into our broadcast live and also on the replays, because our replays views have gone up tremendously as well. Now, I also want to take this time to shout out to the individuals that we've played against or played near, as they come by and compliment us on our broadcast. Ball's hit to shortstop. We got a chance to make two plays. Gets it out, gets the first one, throws it over. Double play! Oh! Oh, no. That was the double play we were looking for. Unfortunately, it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us that run, yes. J-Man got it out of his glove, tossed it over to Ryder. Ryder tossed it over to Sage. It looked like it was there, but that's going to give us 2 outs here. We did give up the run. The count is even at 6-6, top of the 4th inning. And Brandon goes back to work. So the umpire was doggone near third base. Ooh, nice pitch. Oh, my goodness. That caught the outside corner, not to the umpire's liking. And that's going to make us fall behind in the count 1-0. So nice little ball, had a lot of movement on it. It seemed to be that it crossed the plate at the right time, but not in the eyes of the umpire. As Brandon goes back for a second pitch of the at-bat, that one's low and inside. That takes the count to 2-0. So they got a man on first and third as we was able to get the runner out on second. They do have runners on the corner with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. We got to do everything possible to stop them from getting that runner in, as the score is tied at 6. And the pitch. Runner takes off from first. He boogies down to second. We're going to give him that base. And now we've fallen behind 3-0 here. 2 outs. All we need is one more out to get out of this inning. We do have a place to put this batter, so no harm, no foul if we have to walk this kid. We had it set up perfectly on that last batter. Unfortunately, we didn't get the call at first base. That's low and inside, and that's going to be a walk. So once again, the bases are loaded. Looks like Coach Taylor is going to stay with Brandon here to finish this out for us, to try to hold him off, as that athlete kid that I was speaking to you about, 00, comes up to the plate. He reminds me of John Kruk, ladies and gentlemen. And he has John Kruk-like skills. John Kruk was a Hall of Famer, so not sure that's in this kid's future, but like the way this young man plays. And the pitch. Ooh, that's low and inside, and Brandon starts off behind in the count, 1-0. No place to put this young man, so we really got to come up with our best pitches on this series. Count is 1-0. 2 outs. The pitch. Ooh, fought off again. Oh, swoosh. Sage has an issue, but was able to regroup himself. That could have been a catastrophe, but it turns out that Sage regrouped himself. So they tie the score up at 6-6 here, heading into the bottom of the fourth inning. We have flipped the lineup. We're back on the top, and number 6, Jay Colbert, we call him J-Man, will lead us off in the bottom of the fourth. As long as this game has been played, this should be the last inning since we are the home team. So if we can go ahead and pull out of this, it'll be great. Now, for some reason, if it goes into a tie, that's how the game will end. We don't want a tie. We want to try to get this victory. So Jay Colbert, J-Man, been swinging the bat with regularity. So we hope that he can continue his batting ways. On deck is going to be number 25, Tyson Maxey. He did strike out his last time at the plate, but he has been having a good stick here for us throughout the last couple of tournaments. So being at the top of the order makes us feel real good about where we are. We just need to put the ball in play and move around the bases because all we really need is that one run to try to seal a victory. All right. All right, so Jay Colbert's here. We should making sure that the score is what it is. Want to make sure it's right, so we know exactly what we need to do as another ball comes in there. That looks like count is 2-0. Looks like the count goes to 2-0. So J-Man heading the count here. Always a good sign if we can get that leadoff runner or leadoff batter on base and the pitch. Right down the middle, get J-Man watches that one go by. No harm, no foul on that. Count is 2-1. And the pitch. Swung on and popped out to center field. Center fielder goes back. It's high, it's deep. And he makes a nice catch out there in center field. So J-Man put the mellow onto it and popped it out to center field. Center fielder does a good job and makes the catch, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So one out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Tyson Maxey, number 25, steps into the batter's box. We do have number 0, Kurt Campbell, sitting on deck. And the pitch. Swung on and hit by Tyson down the third base line. It goes foul. So good cut on the ball there by Tyson. Just a little bit outside the third base line, and he'll be behind in the count 1-0. So the game is tied here at 6-6 here. I believe this will be the last inning. We're trying to get that run. Don't want to have a tie. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up. We're trying to hopefully it gets out. It is heading out of play, and it does. It heads out of play. Now, everybody on their team, which they should have, was chasing after that ball, but it goes outside the fence, and that'll make Tyson behind in the count 0-2. All right, Tyson's behind the 8 ball here. The count's 0-2. One out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Kurt Campbell sits on deck in the pitch. Swung on and popped out to the left gap. Center fielder finds it. He calls everybody off, and he makes the catch again. So the center fielder is worth his weight in gold as he gets the second out of the inning. All right, so Kurt Campbell steps into the batter's box and swings and foul tips it over the backstop. He'll start off behind in the count 0-1. Game is 6-6. There's discussion about what's taking place. I believe the game will be over and end in a tie because this is essentially still a pool game with the bracket being coming right around the corner. And the pitch. That's low. And Kurt watches that one go by and the count goes to 1-1. Now I've seen Kurt do some remarkable things in the past. Let's see if he can sum up some of that ability. And Kurt gets ready for the pitch and smacks it to center field. It bounces in there, so Kurt does his job and keeps the inning going as he sends a line drive to center field. So once again, excellent piece of hitting there by Kurt Campbell as he keeps our inning going with the single. You don't want him to move, do you? You want me to move him? Okay. 6-6. There's no way. No, it wasn't. It was 4-6. Yeah, it can because it's a pool game. Yes, it is. Today is pool. It's a one-day tournament. But we got to make sure it definitely. Okay, folks, we just try to make sure to verify. It doesn't really matter either way, but we do want to justify the score. As we have it, the score was 6-6, and this game can end in a tie because it's a pool game, and it doesn't really matter. So the game will be over either way. But we just want to make sure that it didn't go to 7-6, as some people say they had, but we're going to find out for sure. I don't want to let you guys go without knowing for sure. So let me just ask for sure and make sure everybody's on the same page because I just want to know. Okay, just confirm with Coach Tate that the score is 6-6, but this game can end in a tie because it was a pool game. Unfortunately, they had to condense a 2-day term into 1 day, which they shouldn't have because that was a horrible call as far as the weather was concerned. But basically, what that puts us in a situation where no matter what in the pool game, it's a tie. You just get a win and a half or half a win. All right, folks, thank you for tuning into the live broadcast. We're about to sign off live here from Shiloh. Not the greatest day that our Covington Reds have seen on baseball weekend, but they did play good in this game. We just had a couple miscues and caused us to have a tie score. Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to sign out. Tie score 6-6. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next pitch.